What's good YouTube, Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm taking you guys on another trip to the thrift. And this video is really special because I literally just got back into the house and I wanted to make sure I put together a good trip to the thrift for you guys. So I got some older footage from a couple days ago and I got some footage right from this morning. So if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so came across two of these Wiis. They were both in pretty rough shape and they were asking $25 a piece for these. And the thing is, I try not to spend more than $15 for just Wiis when it just has the console by itself. And even though the black one tends to sell for a little more profit than the white ones, this one was a little too beat up. And of course you guys seen this Xbox 360 controller several times, so I just moved that to the side. But this one was interesting because this one had a complete set to it. And this one was also in pretty rough shape, but 25 bucks wasn't terrible for a complete set of the Wii. And I actually have two other Wiis that I need. One I need a sensor bar for, one I need the power cable. So I'm definitely going to still grab up that kit and just complete my other sets and then work on building up that last one. So came across this pair of Merrell shoes, and I used to find Merrells all the time in really good condition in California. Now that I'm in Arizona, I don't see them that often, but anytime I can grab them in good shape and they're not a ton of money, I usually would grab those up. Those should sell for about 50 bucks. Next was just some Kodak Easy Share photo paper. These were only $3.50 a piece, and right now on eBay they're selling for right around 20 bucks. So I might bundle all of those together and sell them as a lot, or I might just sell them separately. Just depends on what the comps are looking like. And here was just some blank media. Anytime I find these, I usually always grab them up because they tend to bring in some decent profit. I usually don't even check comps. I think those are selling for right around 25 bucks though. And here was just this is mainly just educational purposes because this was one of the fakest jerseys I've ever seen. This was terrible, but I know some people out there really don't know what to look for when they see fake jerseys. So I just wanted to show you guys just some of the terrible details on this one. This one was more of a no-brainer, but some of these fake jerseys look really good, and then some of them look like this, and you just gotta pass. So here was just a puzzle. That thrift store that I was in here, this one was kind of dry, so I just wanted to leave with something. And this was just a brand new and sealed puzzle, so I had to grab this one up. They were selling for just about 20 to 25 bucks, so decent amount of profit on that one. Now this was just insane. I don't know if this was a Game Boy collector or what, but they had two complete sets full of games and other accessories and stuff like that. But the person that was helping me was literally right there, so I didn't want to record right in front of them, so I'll break this down a little later in the video. But next up, I came across just a Sony PlayStation controller. I usually pick these up all the time. This one wasn't in the best of shape, and I think it had a crack on the bottom. Not exactly sure if that was just how a normal detail or if it was an actual flaw. But I always grab these up anytime I can find them. But this one I ended up passing mainly because of that little crack on the bottom. Now this Chris Paul Clippers jersey, this one was actually authentic and this one looked really good. But of course Chris Paul doesn't play for the Clippers anymore, and there's so many of these type of jerseys on eBay still that it wouldn't even have made sense for me to pick it up. And that's probably why this thrift store had them priced for so cheap. They only was asking $9, and they usually would ask like 25 bucks for solid jerseys in the thrift. So I still ended up passing on that one. But then this was two really interesting finds. These were just like some quarter zip. I actually looked these up and they said these were goalie jerseys. So I'm definitely not super big into soccer, but some people use goalie jersey in some of their keywords. And I didn't see a ton of sales in this, but one person had this listed for $100 and they had a ton of watchers. So for me, I'm just going to grab these up and of course probably not price it as high, but I'm definitely going to grab those up and maybe get 50 or 60 bucks out of those. Now here were just two pair of Nike shorts that 9 times out of 10, I'm probably just going to keep these for myself. These usually do sell for around 25 to 30 bucks, especially during the summertime. I believe this is like a tennis logo. I don't remember the name. I think it was like Nike Court. I know that's the logo for those, but I'm definitely going to be keeping these in the personal for sure, especially since Arizona is going to be heating up really quickly. But I kept checking and I came across some Gymshark shorts, and Gymshark is one of those brands that I don't usually find too often in the thrift. They had a bunch of pairs of these. I think it was like 3 or 4 that I actually came across. The downside to this is that Gymshark just isn't as hyped anymore. I used to sell their shorts and like clothing for like, anywhere between just as much as Lululemon I used to sell it for, but Nowadays, you guys can get Gymshark stuff for like 20 to 30 bucks. So since they were asking 10 bucks for these, I'm just going to grab those Nike shorts for myself and keep it moving. Now, this find was crazy, and I thought I came up on something insane, but unfortunately, this item didn't work. I don't even want to waste you guys' time. So this is basically just like a drum machine for music producers. And this Goodwill clearly looked this up, and they priced it super high. They were asking 200 bucks, and that was the main reason why I even grabbed it up. But I was trying to see in the bag if they had the actual power cable for this one, and they didn't have that. But of course, you could just walk around any Goodwill and find a power cable. And once I plugged this up, as you guys can see, it's just flashing that trigger light. And after spending like 15 minutes in this thrift store, like checking forums, once that trigger light is flashing like that, that means this thing is no longer working, and that's probably why somebody donated it. And the crazy thing is, if that actually worked, that was easily selling for like 400 to 500 bucks. But it is what it is. So I ended up coming across this portable radio from this brand called Grundig. I checked the comps on these, and even though this one was in pretty rough shape, I seen that these were still selling for right around like 50 to 60 bucks. So I'm definitely going to be grabbing this one up, and I'm glad that it actually worked in the store this time. I was able to use the same power cable for that other broken machine, so it all worked out just fine. So this was a really good find. I actually just picked up an Xbox 360 a couple days ago, and I just needed this connect to complete that bundle, and they were only asking $350 for this, so I should definitely be able to complete that bundle and ask top dollar for that Xbox now. Now, finding this piece definitely brought back some memories of when I used to find Patagonia every single day. I used to sell Patagonia just as much as I sell Bose speakers now, and this one was a double XL vest, and they were asking 15 bucks for this, which was kind of pricey, but these Patagonia pieces are still selling for like 50 bucks now, so I'm definitely going to be grabbing that one up because I should still be able to make some good money with this vest. Now, always check the accessories section, especially like by belts and stuff like that. Anytime I can find either Pelican suspenders or Trafalgar suspenders, or even just some really dope vintage ones that have a nice print, I always grab those up, mainly because they're usually pretty cheap and I can always flip those for like 25 to 35 bucks. This one from Pelican should easily bring in about 30 bucks since it was so unique. Next came across this Cartridge Filter. Had no clue what this was for, but anytime I see things in a box, I usually always check the comps, and thankfully this one was still brand new and sealed, so I'm just gonna sell this as open box. And this was a really good find because these are selling for 50 bucks plus shipping, and I only paid 5 bucks for that one. Now, this video definitely wouldn't be one of my most recent ones if I didn't come across another Bose speaker. This one wasn't in the best condition at all. Of course, it was missing the charger, and I'm actually on the hunt for a charger right now to complete my set, but this one was missing that little portable dock, the little docking station on there. So I gave it some thought, but I ended up putting it right back on the shelf, mainly because I don't want too many things that's incomplete in the house right now. So this, I actually thought this one was a Xbox One controller, but this is actually for a completely different game or system. Maybe it's just like a PC controller, but of course, after checking the comps on this one, they were selling for 25 bucks. So I figured I might as well take a chance on this, especially since they were only asking like 5 bucks for that. Now, anytime I find these in the thrift store, I usually always grab them up. 2 things to look for is to make sure the button still works, because I've seen some that the button is like smashed in, and also make sure that that screw for the battery is still in there, because if it's not there, it's basically inoperable. So I'm definitely going to be grabbing this one up, and those usually sell for about 40 bucks. Now, here's a really good brand to be on the lookout for. This is a pair of ultra running shoes, and these are the Provision Walk model. Never sold this one in the past, but the comps for these were selling for right around like 30 to 40 bucks. Some people are getting a little more for these as well, so I'm definitely going to grab these up, and I might not have to clean these up too much at all to make some decent profit on those. So in a couple videos ago, I came across a Harris Tweed blazer that was also in really good condition, very similar to this one. And if you guys remember, that one had altered sleeves, and that's something that I usually tend to pass on anytime I find any blazers or any clothing for that matter that has like visible alterations. So the main things that I look for when I'm sourcing Harris Tweed blazers: make sure there's no alterations, make sure that there's no moth holes, but also make sure that the size tag is on there. Now, this one had a size tag, but clearly it didn't tell the actual size. So for that reason, I ended up passing on this one, mainly because if it doesn't have a size tag on there, they will sit for a very, very long time. It could still sell, but it just takes really, really long to sell. Big shout out to the homie Derek, aka the ATL Flipper. He's one of those people that really inspired me to get back into the thrift stores because his thrift store finds have been crazy. So he recently just found a pair of Rock Revival jeans, and I completely forgot about this brand until I saw his video. And he also picked up another pair of jeans that sell for like $500. So I'll make sure I'll link that video in the description so you guys can check that out. But I'm gonna definitely grab those for only $10. So here was a Sony DVD player, and I had to test this out with the Wedding Crashers DVD, and surprisingly these still sell for some good money. The comps on this particular model was still selling for $50. So since this one worked perfectly, I'm gonna have to grab that one up. Alright y'all, so as you guys can see, we are back in the crib, and I couldn't film while I was there because the person that was helping me at the register was there, and I didn't want to record and make it awkward. So first of all, this was $99, and with the 20% off I spent right around $80 for this. So kind of steep, but I'll show you guys everything that I was able to grab up. So the Nintendo Light Boy, I plugged this up, tried to test it out. I used some batteries on this, and I guess both of the light switches, they probably just blew due to age. So I might try to fix this myself. If it works, probably $20. If I sell it as parts, probably closer to $10. So it is what it is. Here was the rechargeable battery pack. This one actually does work, so I'm just gonna let this charge up fully, and this one is selling for just about $30 if I was to sell that separately. And as you guys can see, we got the original Nintendo Game Boy carrying case, which was insane, and of course all of the games that I was able to grab up with this. So we got a ton of these little booklets that came with the game, some of like the little inserts, tons and tons of these. I should be able to sell some of these maybe as a lot or sell these individually. Definitely going to include these some of these booklets with the original game if I can find all of them. But like you guys see, we got Pokemon Pinball and the manual for that one as well. Here we got the original Pokemon Blue in just great condition, because usually anytime you see them like this, they might be like one of those knockoffs, but clearly this person was just a collector and took really good care of their games. And hopefully the battery in this one still works so I can get full profit for this. And of course we got Super Mario Land, and I also seen the booklet in here as well. We got Ultra Golf, we got a Ninja Turtles game here, we got Super Mario Land 2, Dr. Mario, then we got Kid Icarus, we got Addams Family, Battletoads, looks like another Ninja Turtles, Metroid Prime, here's a F1 race, Mortal Kombat, Tetris, and another Ninja Turtles game, Pac-Man as well. And of course I told you guys about Pokemon Pinball, and of course the original console. And this one also had one of those Super Mario games was in here as well. So overall, just an insane haul. Can't forget about that link cable, but overall just an insane haul. I'm gonna clean this up, and I'm not even sure if I want to sell this. These are the type of stuff that I remember having as a kid, and I got rid of all of my stuff because I've always been a hustler. I sold majority of all the games I had growing up. I sold all of those stuff for stuff like shoes and clothes, but I definitely want to hold on to some of my memories, to my childhood, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. But drop a comment if you guys would sell this as a bundle, if you guys would sell it separately. I checked some of the comps for some of these games, but I'm definitely going to have to do some research on some of these just to see how much they're selling for. But overall, very, very good haul, especially for $80. So drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also shout out to everybody that's been copping the consistency tees. Definitely appreciate the support, and of course make sure you guys use code consistency10 for 10% off your order. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit.